There is only a couple days left before we finally get the global version for Lost Sword. So I want to talk a little bit about, before you play, the things I personally dislike about this game. Now, a couple of things that are important, of course. First of all, you should always play the game for yourself, see if you like it or not, right? And then second, I will start making guides in the upcoming days for every single system in the game. And if you guys have specific questions about it, do let me know. I've been playing this game since it came out in Korea almost 6 months ago. I am gonna stay on the Korean server because I'm gonna be honest, if I can spend here, I'm not re-rolling this account. I've been pretty lucky with this account, no reason to be actually re-rolling. That said, let's talk about the things that I personally dislike about this game, some sort of before you play Lost Sword. As usual, hello the internet, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. And Lisa right here sitting on the counter, if you can call that sitting, right? If you can call that sitting. Let's talk a little bit about the things I personally dislike about this game so far in the 6 months, like biggest pain points that I've found. And the first one is going to be gear. Now, gear is for two specific things, so I will explain the whole gearing system on another video. But so we understand how it works at the TLDR, right? Every piece of gear you get, just like a normal RPG, will have different random stats. So as you can see, this quadruple defense right here can be completely random. If I go to this one, double block chance, double defense, one block chance, triple crit resistance, etc, etc, etc. And there is a myriad of different stats you can get depending on the piece of gear. The problem is that you cannot really just go and farm gear for a long time every day. You are limited to 10 minutes per day in this dungeon, in Stonehenge, and there is different levels you can farm for different types of pieces, right? For different types of gear, basically. So outside of those 10 minutes, you can spend some money for extra attempts, but it's not even that many. You can buy golden compasses, basically. Even for free every single day, you will be able to obtain one right here. And this will give you 5 extra minutes. But then again, there is so much RNG on getting good pieces that you might get in 6 months only one piece that is like, damn, that's a good piece. For example, in my case, I got a ring on these 6 months that I'm like, okay, this is a good ring, right? A quadruple HP with 2 max rolls at 30% and 2 blue rolls. That's fantastic. But I've never gotten anything close to this in 6 months of playing and always buying extra golden compasses. I buy every week like an extra hour. So gear is something that I hope over time they allow us more ways of farming it. We have also some sort of a coal level right now, like Diablo, a secret coal level, and you can get good gear in there as well, but once again, it's pure RNG. So you will have people who just start playing and get a piece of gear they will be able to use for 2 years, while you will have people who will be playing every single day trying to min-max, try hard in the game and the bosses, and will get unlucky with RNG on the gear. And there's a lot of RNG, but not a lot of ways to mitigate it and reroll. They added a reroll system that is fucking awful. It's awful, it's awful. So the reroll system, for example, this piece right here has 4 attacks. I can use these tickets and it will be completely random. You can go from 4 lines to 3 lines to 2 lines, or from 2 lines to 4 lines. But it's random. You cannot lock a specific lines. I cannot lock this attack at 30% almost and reroll everything else. So it's a pretty bad system so far, and there is not a lot of ways of obtaining tickets, but it is what it is. The second thing that I want to talk about is packs in the shop and welling in this game. It's a little bit weird, and this might sound like stupid for you guys to complain, but so we understand this. The game doesn't really try to make people well on the game. Like, there is not a lot of packs you can buy to actually well in the game. So it's like, okay, I don't mind that because as a free-to-play you will be able to get most characters, and tomorrow I'll go over how free-to-play friendly the game is, right? But then, once again, for wells, if you actually want to go ahead and buy most packs in the shop, there is not that many things you will be able to buy that are actually providing value, or enough pools, or enough resources that is like, it's worth the money. There is a few packs that are really good, and then everything else is like kind of mid. Not really worth it unless you are a big spender, right? Now, this is a complaint from someone who likes to spend money, right? From a fucking gambling addict. So don't take this complaint as something that will affect anyone. I'm just saying, I'm putting my pain points in this video, alright? Now, this is a short one. Let's move into the important one. The third complaint, and what I actually really dislike, the pet system in this game. Now, every gacha needs their own version of a weapon banner. Weapons, light cons, whatever the fuck you want to call them on another game. In this game, it's pets. And the pets are, to do a fair deal, different from other games. Again, I'll explain everything on another video in terms of gameplay, but as of right now, when you go into battle, you will always be able to bring 3 pets with you. Only the pet in front will be using their skill. The other pets are there just for stats. The thing is that pets have huge stat increases. To put it into perspective, Tristan, no dupes, is giving me 30% attack and 5% damage reduction. Esteria, another offensive type of pet, at max dupes is giving me 60% attack, 10% damage reduction, 5% additional damage, and 5% ignore damage reduction, plus a skill. So as you can see, there is huge difference between pets. You have to pull for pets. The difference between clearing levels sometimes is if you have 3 pets maxed out or not. That's how important they are, right? So as someone who doesn't like pulling for weapon banners, you all know why I've always disliked. This is a game that I actually cannot say just skip the pet banner, like I say for example on Girls Online 2. When we play Girls Online 2, I always say the same: skip the weapon banner. You can get the weapon on the battle pass and you are good to go. Or you can even use some purples depending on the character. But in this game, you need to pull for pets and you need to pull for specific pets at max dupes. Now, to be fair, this also gets kind of countered by the fact that they are pretty generous. I don't pull that much on the weapon banner, and as you can see, multiple pets maxed out. I have almost all the pets. I am missing only 3 of them because I don't care about them. Even though the ram pet is pretty good, but I've done close to 100 pulls and she doesn't want to come home. Also, to be fair, is the fact that even if you get 1 copy for collection, 1 copy, nothing, bro. What the fuck? 1 copy for collection is not enough for the most part to use in campaign. For campaign, you will have to go at least +3 on the pets, and that's like minimal investment, right? That said, I don't like the pet system. It's not that bad considering the amount of resources you get, because you will be able to get most of them just for free by playing. And as you can see, I haven't spent money in this game because, well, we cannot spend money. And I have multiple pets maxed out and a lot of pets with dupes. So it's not that big of a deal, but I dislike pet systems in gachas. And now the last thing I want to talk about is the co-op system for this game, because I hope they really improve it. There is co-op in this game. There is guild systems and there is co-op. The co-op right now, however, it's kind of just dog shit. Like, if I'm honest here, is this party dungeon right here. You have a free attempt per day when you have a chance at getting some gear at a 0.16%. We don't do co-op for this, we do it for these materials, right? You do it for the materials rather than these drops, because 0.16% and then getting lucky on the rolls of the gear is pretty bad, right? So we do it because you get a free attempt per day for the other currency. But it takes, like, literally, on the hell difficulty, which is the highest one, as you can see here, you get easy, expert, king, and hell. It takes like 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds. So it's kind of useless to add a co-op that you can even go with NPCs and get the same rewards and takes the same time. As someone who really likes co-op game modes in gacha games, and I wish more gachas actually go into that direction for PvE and co-op content, right? I wish they improve this game mode sometime in the future and actually make it more fun to actually play with your friends, because right now there is not even a reason to bother. Just put a strong character in there, go with 3 NPCs, and you clear the boss anyway pretty fast. So all that said, those are like the 4 biggest things that kinda are my pain points for Lost Sword. Like I was saying earlier, I love this game, been playing for 6 months, but there are some things that I dislike, and in this case, it's those 4. Now, do let me know if there is any specific systems you guys want to understand in the game. I'm gonna start making videos today/tomorrow, covering most of the stuff, including the gacha, the reroll, the tier list, most of the character builds individually as well, and the specific systems the game has that can be a little bit confusing, right? All that jumping aside, that's gonna be for this one. Love you all bastards. We're gonna be live later, like every single day. Links in the description. Good luck with your pool dinner dates, and I'll see you in the next one.